Hello and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video. In this one we're going to have another little account update. You know, it's been about a week and a half since the last one and we've had some massive changes since that last one. So the first major change, actually let me just go to tabs here, find first order. We bought that £10 or about $12 pack for BB-8 and now have 10 more Relic 5 first order characters, which is honestly amazing. Of course, the plan has switched from Jabba to SLKR now, which is honestly a good thing because if we take a look, if we go to Jedi, where is he? Hermit Yoda, nowhere near done. So that gives me more time to farm him. I've just finished Wampa recently. We're about to finish another Hoth TB tomorrow. So we'll get some more shards for Hermit Yoda, but I'm a mile off him anyway. So it gives me time to farm him, which is huge, of course, for Jedi Knight Luke. But if we go back at the characters, if you can see here on the favourites, we've got Bam, who's halfway through Gear 12, which is nice. Because before we do start that finalizer, the SLKR farm, get those last few relics, get Veteran Han up, I am finishing off Bam. Just because I want to get him to Relic 5 for my Executive fleet, because if we go to, I should have a fleets tab with Executive, oh, it's on the top there. All the pilots are Relic 5, as you can see, apart from, of course, Piet and Boba, who are Relic 8, which you need for requirements. But I've brought Cad Bane up to Relic 5, and it's just Bam to go, which is really nice, and then we'll have a solid Executive fleet. That comes in on the 15th, which what we're on today, the 7th, so 8 more days, which is nice. Next Sunday, we will have a video for that, or Monday. I think I'm busy on the Sunday. So the video will probably be on Monday the 16th, so if you're interested, drop a subscribe, turn your notifications on for that one. And then, yes, we'll have the Executive done, which is great, and then we can move on to the SLKR farm. Starting to save up my Zetas now to apply to some of the characters. I'm going to get Hux's Zeta first. I'm pretty sure I made a priority list in a recent video on this Boundless Ambition. I'm going to get this Zeta first, and then I'm going to keep applying Zetas until I've finished the Rex for SLKR. Then I'm going to save up his 6 Zetas, because of course those 6 Zetas are the most important. He can do the most work, even if the other characters don't have their Zetas. He can solo it. So I'm going to make sure to get his Zetas, all 6 Zetas on him as soon as I unlock him, preferably. So I bought the 500 crystal tickets pack, not pack, just thing in the shipments, in the weekly shipments, just so I've got some going into it. I had some crystals spare, so I thought, you know what, I might as well do it. I'm going to do it anyway, might as well do it now, so I can start saving up my crystals for refreshes and things for Executor. But the big point on the SLKR farm is, of course, the finalize. But you can see we've got 40 out of 80 done. I am absolutely, when I told you that I was going absolutely crazy on the refreshes on the IG 2000, I am now doing that for the, what's it called, the command shuttle. Got 9 out of 100, which is really nice. So I'll have a nice finalizer fleet, which will give me a Chimera, a Negotiator, finalizer, and an Executor. So I'll have 4 decent fleets. And then, of course, once I've got my Negotiator finished, I will start farming the Malevolence, but I'm not really too fussed on that. But I will farm it up just so that all my, what's it called? What's the currency called? My Guild Event Token 2 will all go towards Chirotech after that point. But yeah, crucially for Bam, I have already finished that Chirotech tier, which is really great. Got those 100 done. And yeah, buying that pack was just so worth it for me, because it saves I think it saves 2,000 Chirotech, which is nice. Of course, the Relic 5 boosts me up to 3.68 million GP, so we are getting closer and closer to that 4 million mark. And I'm hoping by the end of this calendar year, I'm going to have Executor done. Of course, Sith Eternal was already done earlier this year. I'll have SLKR about done, I think. I'm predicting 2 months to get him unlocked, mainly because of the finalizer and waiting for that event. I don't know whether it's going to take me 1 or 2 events to get that up to the 5 stars, or however many it's going to take me. So I'm hoping to have SLKR done by the end of December, which again is huge. It's going to really let me push up in GAC. Having 2 GLs and Executor is going to let me just fly through, because I'm going to be able to slap SLKR down, slap Executor down, and get 2 places held pretty much constantly. And now I've got Revan, of course, at what's it called, Gear 12. That entire team's at Gear 12 now, apart from Mason. They're just doing bits for me. At the moment, they're a really solid team. They're doing great in Conquest for me. I've got, well, let's have a look at the 5v5 squads. Of course, Civ Eternal. What time, but I really want to start farming armor. I think I'm going to make a video on that tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that one. We've got this Empire squad, the Imperial Troopers, you know, none of this has changed. That's CLS. Bounty Hunters are just keep getting better and better. Can't wait to bring these two up to like relic level, because when we do start to get Jabba, we've got Fennec, and then we've got a relic Bam, and then you've got like ways to multi-shot Lord Vader, so you're not struggling on that. So that's going to be really solid. My Republic, of course, but slacking a bit with Shakti. Would like to get the other relics up, but I just don't have the time to spare. Ain't touching my Geos. My Sith, Treya, and Savage really do need to go to relics, but I just don't have the time. Iden is staying exactly where she is. She is my low gear GOAT, but the further I do push up, the less viable she's going to be. So maybe one day we're going to have to bring her up to relic levels, but that's not very soon. I only farmed Bam up because of farming Bam. No, I only farmed Dash up because I was farming Bam. This team doesn't really do anything for me. It's just there. Wasted Omicron really for now. Jedi Knight Revan. This team's amazing. Ewoks, I've started taking mods off them for my first order team. So they're just going down and down and down. Again, another wasted Omicron. And then we've got Wampa, who's amazing. I just can't, he will be when he's at relic levels anyway. And yeah, so moving on to the next two teams. This is how I'm going to split my first order, I think. Because looking through my shard, this is the way everybody's got the first order team for SLKR laid out. At like the top, you know, talking like the top 10. So I think this is how I'm doing it. And of course, I'm going to get first order TIE pilots. Omicron, because with a full relic team, I might as well. Because of course, I can start putting Datacrons on these teams now, which is one of the best reasons Kylo's a great early game. Galactic Legends, because you get two insane teams, especially once you get that Omicron on and they can slap Datacrons on it and things like that. But speaking of Datacrons, I'm really going to try to push for a lot of them this conquest, I think. Mainly because of this little tag right here, this Imperial Troopers. I've got this first level 6 one, which is nice. Lots of health and health steal. But because of the Imperial Troopers mechanic, we're going into another 3v3 season now. And if we look at the factions here, we've got Imperial Troopers, Unaligned Force users, and of course we've got Ewoks and Rebels. But I can't use any of these bottom three. The Imperial Trooper is the only one I can use. So my plan is to try and I really want it on this other Datacron I've got, because it's got crit damage on it. What's it got on it? It's got crit damage and extra protection, and I will level it up, of course. Because I've got what's he called? Viz, Piet, and Stark on a team, which I know it's not the greatest lineup for Imperial Troopers, but I think with a Datacron on, with a nice Imperial Troopers one, a lot of crit damage, or even that health one, they'll just be able to get me some holds. And I really want to farm even more Datacrons, because now teams I can put Datacrons on, especially in 3v3, I've got that Imperial Troopers team. I've got Sith Eternal. I've got like Vader. Who else have I got? I've got my first order. I've got at least two or even three first order teams now that I can use Datacrons on, which is huge. Even a trashy little Bounty Hunters team, I could throw a Datacron on that and make it better. Sith, I could do that on a 3v3. So I'm really, really going hard right now on Conquest, try to finish it. I'm really neglecting the feats, because I don't care about the rewards. This conquest for me is all about Datacrons. I'm already into Sector 4, which is nice. I've got 8 days left, or near enough 9 days left. I am refreshing it, but right now all my energy is really low, because I'm just running my teams into the ground to get through this. 1-star, 2-star, I do not care. I want to get to that Sector 5 because I want to farm up as many Datacrons as I can, because I've got about 5 teams I can use them on. And then other things... if we go to Arena, you know, we're sticking in that top 20. I'm hoping to get into that top 10 once I get Executor. Bronzium 4 in Grand Arena, but again, once I've got SLK, I'm really expecting to push that up. And then what else has we got? Oh, the only other thing we've really got is Guild. Doing nice in the Crate Dragon Raid. I'm hitting about 500k now each time with the 2 teams that I've got. And finally, the Hoth Rebel Assault, we're about to finish that. We're doing really well in that this time, to be fair. I'm really happy with the progress the guild has made on this one. We are, of course, into phase 6 now. And once it loads, you will see we have currently 3-starred everything up until this last level, where we just need to finish deploying the platoons. And I'm hoping, I don't know whether we'll get the full 45. It may be close, I'm imagining. I need to speak to one of the one of the officers in the guild to see what roughly we're going to get, but we're going to get some really nice rewards from that. Push forward on that Hermit Yoda, but I think that is everything for this video, guys. Loads of progress made since the last one. Of course, that is because I spent a tenner, so technically not free to play, but low enough spent that I'm still probably going to call it free to play and just, you know, like, but yeah, I'm really happy with the progress that it's made. By the end of this year, again, I'm expecting Executor, SLKR, C, and 4 million GP, so we can start that Proving Grounds farm. So what's that overall? About 18 months it's took me to get there. So yeah, really happy with the progress the account is making. I'm not going to buy the raid packs or the Star Killer pack as much as I would like to. Just I can't afford another £100 on packs in this game. £10 was enough for me. But yeah, oh, and the Marauder's out in it. That's really cool ship. I'm really not going to get it. I'm going to get it, but I'm not going to farm it because I've got no Bad Batch team. But yeah, that's going to be all for this video, guys. If you have watched to this point and you haven't already, please like, subscribe. It means the world of a difference to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one.